Hello friends, welcome to our new video. In today's video, we are going to explain a romantic drama movie. In the story of this movie, we will see a woman who has a beautiful maid. This woman is very close to her maid. And this is something that her husband does not like. Whenever the husband and wife are intimate, the maid sees them. Finally, what is the relationship between these three? We will see this in detail in this video, so let's start the movie. At the start of the movie, we see Sophia. Sophia worked as a maid for a woman named Eva. She was a very special maid of Eva. Wherever Eva went, Sophia went with her. In other words, Sophia was Eva's maid. But there was a love between them like sisters. Sophia used to do everything for Eva. She arranged everything from her food and drink to her bathing. Sophia was so close to Eva that this bothered Eva's husband, Jose. Sometimes when Eva and Jose were sleeping, suddenly Sophia would come into their room and start doing her work. Therefore, there were often quarrels between Eva and Jose because of Sophia. Actually, the thing was that years ago Eva's house caught fire. In that fire, Eva's mother and Sophia's parents died, while Eva and Sophia somehow survived. After this tragedy, Sophia became orphaned, so Eva's father adopted Sophia, and from there they started living like sisters. But Sophia's parents were maids. Therefore, as she grew up, Sophia also started helping with the household chores. One night, Eva's father became very ill, and then they took a promise from Sophia that no matter what happens, she would not leave Eva's side. One day, while Eva was preparing to bathe, Sophia brought special types of herbs, added them to the water, and began bathing Eva with them. But the way she was treating Eva made Jos very upset. Jos had started scolding Sophia, so now he nags her at every opportunity. Meanwhile, Sophia tried to keep herself happy, and would even talk to pictures to distract herself. One such night, when Sophia was going to her room, she hears sounds coming from Eva's room and stops. Hearing these noises, Sophia realizes that someone is getting intimate with Eva. Listening to their warm sounds, a storm brews within Sophia as well. After that, she quickly goes back to her room and takes off all her clothes. She starts satisfying herself by looking at herself in the mirror. The next morning, when Sophia goes to the market, she meets a man named Steve here. Sophia liked Steve, and she always bought vegetables from him. However, whenever she saw Steve, she became quite flustered. When Sophia comes back from the market after a busy morning, she cleans the entire house thoroughly and then starts cooking a delicious meal because some important guests were coming to their home that day. While Sophia was diligently performing the household work, she learned that Jos was going to hire a new maid to assist them. Upon hearing this unexpected news, Sophia became quite worried about the changes. Because she does not want to stay away from Eva, she starts working even harder now. Guests arrive at their home quickly. Their guests are Norman and his wife Jennifer. Bringing Norman here clearly startles Sophia, because there was a significant period when Norman was deeply in love with her. And Sophia also liked Norman, but Eva had taken Norman away from her. With Norman's arrival, Sophia becomes upset and makes mistakes in everything. Seeing this, Jos becomes very angry with her and scolds Sophia in front of everyone. Shortly after, the guests leave, and the usual quarrel between Jos and Eva begins again. And even today, the reason for their quarrels was Sophia. At night, when Sophia was in her room, Eva comes to her. Eva doesn't say anything to her. She just quietly lies down beside her, but seeing her, Sophia realizes that she now has to leave this house. The next day, as soon as dawn breaks, Sophia begins to collect her personal belongings and prepare to leave the residence. But when Jos attempts to stop her, he says, "I don't want to evict you from here. I just want that you don't stay with us all the time." Understanding his hint, she pulls back and resumes her work. The next day, Sophia goes to meet Norman. Here, the two talk a lot. When Norman asks, Sophia tells him, "Eva's father gave me paternal love. But Eva made several attempts to demean me on multiple occasions because she did not desire to share her father's love with anyone else." Meanwhile, having conversations with Norman was providing her with a sense of happiness and making her feel quite good. But then Vibha comes to her and asks her to walk with her. Eva takes her to Josh's studio. Here, they find a hidden child who was concealed within the statues made by Josh. In fact, after so many years of marriage, Eva still hadn't been able to become a mother. Therefore, Eva considers this child as her own and takes him home with her. When Eva tried to bathe the child became quite rebellious. After Eva, when Sophia tries to bathe him, he easily comes to her. After that, Josh calls a doctor to thoroughly check the child. The doctor tells these people that the child is perfectly fine, but his body is a bit too flexible. Meanwhile, Eva had become tired of his mischievousness. However, Josh and Sophia recognize the full potential within the child. One night, they take the child to a fair. When they return home after touring the fair, they encounter a magician at the door. Before the magician is seen, the child hides somewhere. On Josh's orders, Sophia arranges food for the magician. While eating, the magician says, "My assistant has died, and now his son Willie is my heir." From the magician's words, the people understand. The child in their house is Willie, and now the magician displays his magical prowess to everyone, so that these people, in fear, would give back Willie. But despite the magician's attempts, these people do not reveal anything about Willie. After Sophia had begun taking care of Willie, Eva became increasingly jealous of her, leading Sophia to confide in Norman, who then kindly advised her to forgive Eva and mend their relationship. Now Sophia wants to get close to Norman again. Therefore, she has started visiting Norman's house. Upon meeting Norman, she begins to feel intimate towards him as well. She is constantly dreaming of quenching her thirst. On one hand, she wants to get closer to Norman. But on the other hand, she is also spending good time with Steve. When she meets Steve and returns home, she sees a police officer there. This police officer is Josh's friend. He tells Josh that there is an accusation of the magician robbing a bank, and the police is confident about this matter. A skinny child has been found to have assisted the bank robbers in committing this crime, leading the police to believe that the child is currently residing within your household. Therefore, upon hearing that the police are coming to your house for a raid, Josh and Sophia are left confused. Now, they try to feed and fatten the child, so that no one can recognize him. Meanwhile, Sophia discovers that Isti is going to marry her through a friend. Knowing this, her heart breaks. The police officers promptly arrived at Josh's residence, but after Josh requested to contact Willie, and upon actually meeting Willie in person, the police ultimately decided it was best to leave. Because Josh and Sophia had fed and completely changed him. Now everything was fine, and everyone was very happy that Willie had survived. Willie, happy, starts jumping around, and Sophia runs after him to catch him. Meanwhile, her eyes fall on Eva and Norman. They were embracing each other. Seeing the two together, Sophia's heart breaks again. She becomes sad and starts heading towards the market. But then Steve approaches her and sincerely says, "I love only you with all my heart, and if you agree to marry me, then we will embark on our life together." She strongly wanted to marry Steve and move to another city for a fresh start, but she does not want to leave Eva behind either. Therefore, Sophia refuses him. After many days, Josh throws a party at his house, where he and Eva were going to accept Willie as their godchild in front of everyone. By giving this, everyone who came to the party starts praising Eva because her father Kyle also adopted Sophia. She had also raised her, but today, for the first time, Sophia was getting angry at Eva's praise. She wanted to tell Josh here about Eva and Norman's relationship. As soon as she gets the chance, she says this in front of everyone. She tells Josh, "The Norman whom you call your friend is a lover of your wife." And they had been intimate even today. Hearing these words from Sophia, Norman's wife suddenly gets angry, and then Sophia runs and comes home. Coming inside the house, she starts packing her things so that she can go far away from here. Sophia now began to feel that whoever she loved, Eva would take it away from her. Then Eva also arrives here. Eva is quite angry. She tells Sophia, "I am going to become a mother. All this happened because of Norman's intentions. And that's why I happily hugged her today." Hearing Eva's words, Sophia realizes that she has made a big mistake. And Eva had never hated her. Rather, this was just her misconception. Soon, the misunderstandings between the two clear up. But then they realize that a fire has broken out in the house. Sophia takes herself responsible for this, but soon she controls herself and saves her and Eva's lives. In the end, at Eva's request, Sophia marries Steve, and now both are with their families. They start living happily, and that's when the movie ends. Similarly, for freebies, you can follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link is provided in the description, and if you liked the movie, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So, see you in our next video.